Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to the band Scorpions again, this time with the song Rock You Like a Hurricane. Here we go.
So what is wrong with another sin? The bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More days to come, new places to go. I've got to leave this time on a job. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane.
Okay, I've definitely heard this song before. I have not seen the video. The reason I was excited to listen to this piece is I didn't realize I had heard Scorpions when I first featured them on the channel with the song Still Loving You. Klaus's vocals are just, I remember being so blown away by his dexterity and the finesse with which he maneuvered between like something more chest dominant into something more head dominant. And so remembering all of those initial impressions and then recognizing that they also did this song, I thought, wow, this is going to be so interesting to sort of finally get my mind around, well, to the best of my ability, around this band and around Klaus's singing. So we're going back. I may or may not. I'm going to try to focus on the music and less the video, but it's a very interesting music video as well, so we'll see. It's almost, this is so brilliant. When you think musically, and this isn't, the only song in history to do this, but again, when I'm familiar with specific melodies or rock anthems like this, and I feel like I've got a good understanding of the song, it's not until I really just sort of tune in that I recognize I don't. Knowing the chorus, it's almost as if they did like variations on a chorus in this beginning section musically, which is really cool to recognize now that I'm listening back with more intention.
It's early morning, the sun comes out. There's no shaking, breaking light.
So this is fairly low in his range, but we can hear all of that glorious air that's coming through. It's not creating texture in the same sense that we associate texture with fry or harsh vocals, but airiness is a texture because we're not getting full adduction of the chords, like that air is being allowed to escape, and it's creating that really beautiful velvety warm sound. But lower in his range, it's kind of like fogging up the mirror, that like, oh, it's got depth to it because of how low this is when you think about his entire range. That one, I don't even know the word. There was one moment where it sounded like we got a little bit more closure in the chords. Right at the end of that phrase. There's so much restraint though, as he, and I think I remember this from the first time too. If you think about the amount of air that has to go through the chords to create this airiness, by default, we just sort of assume things are going to be amplified when you get full closure of the chords. And that's not happening. There's so much restraint for him to zip up those chords and keep the dynamic level pretty consistent. So what is wrong with another sin? The bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. And then, yeah, as this section started, we got a little bit of amplification. The bitch is hungry, she needs to tell. So give her inches and feed her well. More days to come, new places to go. I've got to leave it, time for a job. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. I like that sort of, it's not monotonous, but there is kind of like this sort of fall off of tone at the ends of phrases here. Rock you like a hurricane. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. My blood is burning, it starts to shout. Desire's coming, it breaks out loud. Lost is the cages, the storm breaks loose. Just have to make it, we still wanna choose. The night is calling, I have to. I'm smiling because I can just imagine being young and like perhaps this song came on the radio in the car, and I can only imagine what parents go through when listening to any genre in any decade. But it's like sometimes now that I'm an adult and I'm listening to the words, I can't help but think, it's probably a good thing I didn't really recognize what I was listening to when I was younger. Desire's coming, it breaks out loud. Lost is the cages, the storm breaks loose. Just have to make it, we still wanna choose. The night is calling. I love his mixed voice. It's so powerful, but he doesn't shy away from that forward nasality. And I imagine that's an element that makes mixed voice perhaps not easy, but more easily accessible to him compared to other singers. And there's still so much fullness in the sound, but by not doing everything from a place of from a place of like chest dominance, it's still very balanced. We're still getting that like chest voice sound, but there's so much more head voice incorporated into this, and I think that's what just makes everything feel so easy. Lost is the cages, the storm breaks loose. Just have to make it, we still wanna choose. The night is calling, I have to go. Bobby's hungry, he runs the show. Sorry. This is a good example when you think about projecting in mixed voice. Let me play this. We still wanna choose. So that last little part of the phrase felt sung, more sung to me than other sections. The way he said go, and I'm going to say said go because it did feel more spoken, even though it matched what we heard when he was singing. And that's the goal when you're accessing mixed voice and you're trying to make sounds that are both innate and thrilling. The more we can align our voices with chest voice and our speaking habits, the easier it can be. Not always, but this is what I teach. And so him doing that sort of projected spoken slide matched beautifully like what he was doing when he was singing, and I love hearing that. I'll get this transition. I just can't get over, like, what a brilliantly written song. So often, like, incredible rock anthems or ballads, they shine because the vocals shine. And the vocals often shine because it's not perhaps in the rafters in the singer's voice, but it's high enough that some of the thrilling tones we get to hear just happen naturally. This being in what I'm going to consider mid-range for him is so impressive because his voice, like everything with the mixing and the way the instrumentalists come in or don't, the way certain melodies are doubled, sometimes not, they made this so thrilling and so memorable. And obviously, yes, he is working very hard and he already has the foundation vocally to make this seem easy, but I do think it's so impressive to have a song that now, and again, I don't know his entire range, but at least having heard Still Loving You, I know he's capable of so much more than what we're hearing, what's featured in this song. And yet it's such an exciting piece.
It's early morning, the sun comes out. This night was shaking really loud.
I love what he's doing here. We got that breathiness again. Crystal clear diction. All of those beautiful ending consonants are so precise. And then he also added a little bit of twang in there. You can almost hear the constriction. It's such a beautiful sound and adds just enough variety without taking us out of the piece. Like, I'm not distracted by it. I just feel like it elevates what I'm hearing.
Get his furry, scratch my skin. So what is wrong with another sin? Night is calling, I have to go. The bump is hungry, he runs the show. He's licking his lips, he's ready to win. On the hunting night for love and mercy.
I don't have much more to say on this one. The fact that they are the same band that did the song Still Loving You, I think I will always find impressive. It's just such a testament to their skill set and who they are as musicians. And again, I will echo what I said earlier. Featuring a vocalist in anything mid-range and lower and making it this thrilling, this exciting is not an easy feat. And I just find it so impressive that they were able to achieve this. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.